Me, Reverend Lee Wolak, here every day at 8 a.m. as we explore life together. And so today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Rolling Stones. Well, not particularly the Rolling Stones, but a song of theirs, Sympathy for the Devil. You know that song? It's a great song. The reason I'm talking about it is because here's what I understand. That when you're with someone and you feel sympathy for them, you literally, in order to feel that, have to lower your vibration. That's right, to feel sympathy, you've got to come down to that person's level and lower your vibration. Who does that help? Does it help them that you lower your vibration? Does it help you that you lowered your vibration? Is that really being self-loving? Is that self-care? Does anyone benefit in that? I don't think so. I think we've been taught that sympathizing is a good thing. Sympathizing is very, very, very different than empathy. Empathy is understanding where a person is, but it is not lowering your vibration. It's not lowering your energy to match theirs. Because what you want to do is you want to always keep your energy as high as possible. Because when your energy is high, you can be an example. They can reach up and you can take their hand and bring them up to you. But if you lower yourself down to their energy level, where are you going to move to? You're both stuck in the same plane of energy. It's a real interesting thing how we have been so blindly conditioned by what people tell us we have to do to be good and kind human beings. We were never brought up and taught. You got to like yourself. You got to accept yourself. You've got to realize that the person you're living with is you. You're not living with anyone else. Realize this, that everybody else on the planet is a secondary character in your life. And you, my friends, are a secondary character in their lives. Don't think you're on equal basis. If you're married, you got a partner, whatever, and you think you're on equal basis with another person, you're wrong. If you're in someone else's life, you are the secondary character in their life. You will never be the primary character. They will only be the primary character. Because the lens through which the movie is filming is through the perception of an individual. And the only person who can know the perception of an individual, how they're looking at it, is that individual. You cannot know it. I was talking with my wife this morning and realized that it was in the month of September in 1971 that we met, 50 years ago. And you know what? As long as we've been together, I'm a secondary character in her life. And she is a secondary character in my life. And the reason being is because the person that's in my life 24/7, 365, as long as I'm here, is me and nobody else. And so if you're in a relationship, understanding that with someone, that they're a secondary character, and you realize you're the primary character, then you realize that you're 100% responsible for how you're feeling. And so you can start to take control back of your life. And the other blessing is you can give them back the freedom to be themselves and not ever have to worry about pleasing you. We're so caught up in this, gotta please people, gotta please people. People want everything to be perfect. Think about what's out there in the world right now. All of the things we're seeing in the media. We're seeing Afghanistan. We're seeing COVID. Is there a perfect way to do anything in this world? No. There's not. Because guess what? Everything is always in balance. There will always be both sides to a situation. There is never a one-sided life. Do you get that? Do you really, really, really get that? Have you really thought about that? There's no possible way that everyone is going to agree on anything. There will always be a balance. Just simply go to the elections in the United States for president. What is it? A percentage point differs between who gets elected and who doesn't get elected? So there's never a really huge thing, maybe in the election result because maybe people don't vote, but realize the United States or any place in the world, there's always going to be a balance. Do you get that? We get so depressed, have so much anxiety because we bought into the illusion that the world can be one-sided. It's going to always be for good. It's always going to be happy. It's always going to be joyful. Or take the other way. It's always going to be miserable. It's always going to be sad. It's always going to be filled with disease. No. There's always going to be both. How's that hitting you today? I hope it is. I hope I'm getting you a question. That's my job. That's a job I've chosen. I ask you questions that I'm always asking myself. Here's the key thing. There's a teacher out there, Esther Hicks, and she teaches the law of attraction. And she's not the only one. She's not the first one to teach the law of attraction. The law of attraction's been taught for thousands of years. It simply says that the frequency you put out is the frequency you attract back. So whatever that frequency is, you're going to get back to you. Here's the key thing. Are you going to always be able to maintain a frequency that's always very high? No. So are you going to attract always good things into your life? No. Why? Because if you only attracted good things, you wouldn't be able to experience them because you have to know both sides to have the experience. You have to know both sides in order to build new desire to have higher or different experiences. You see where I'm coming from? This whole idea of a one-sided life is absolutely the reason most people are depressed and have anxiety. All depression and anxiety is the result of unrealistic expectations, either set by ourselves or set for us by others that we bought into. The key thing is, can you set a realistic expectation for your life? Think about that. Can you set a realistic expectation for what you can accomplish today? Not an unrealistic one, a realistic one. A stretch, but make it realistic. Make the possibility be possible. That's a lot of peas. This is my new coffee mug, or my hot water with lemon, olive oil, cinnamon, and honey mug. And I bought this. As you can see, I'll just show you the label just for the heck of it. I don't know if you can read that. It's Sunwill. It's the best. Keeps it warm. It's one of my favorite colors. I love having things that make me feel good. Nicole says she's in Bayfield, Colorado. The more people that are hurting we interact with, the harder it is to drain our energy by giving sympathy. Yeah, there are a lot of people hurting out there. But you know what people really want? They want hope. They want to be able to say, oh my God, is there any hope? The question is, can you be that light? Can you be living so authentically that you're a light to other people? You become an example to other people. That's the best you can do. You can't change anyone, but you can be a light. Look at that. Jessica and Nicole are hooking up there in Colorado. Love it. We've got people from all over the world that watch this thing called things or thoughts that can change your life. So there are things that we do that we don't like to do. Y'all know that. Y'all know that there are things. One of the things I don't like to do as a minister is I don't like to do all the admin stuff. I don't like that at all. I like talking. I like teaching. I like coaching. But all that paperwork, admin, putting together program, I don't like that. But you know what I did the last 2 days? For whatever reason, I put together the entire class schedule for Agape for 2022. I put together the workshop schedule for 2022. And the reason I did is something inside me said, get it done now and free yourself so that next year you don't have to do it and you've got more time to do what you like, because right now you've got some time. And the universe is sort of saying that big things are going to happen, so make time. Sandy says, cleaning a house, I don't like it. Well, Sandy, here's your choice. Live in a really friggin' dirty house, clean the house, hire someone to clean the house, or make the house cleaning a different perspective. In other words, pop on a podcast, put on your earbuds, listen to the podcast while cleaning your house. Ergo, you doing something that is taking you to a higher vibration, and you're accomplishing something. So housework could become almost a form of meditation. Just a thought. What do we do at the Wolak house? We have a maid come in housekeeper come in every 2 weeks. We keep it straight. I'm not a cleaner. I can, but I'm not going to do that. Renee says, I feel like my house is bigger when it's clean. I don't know. Is that good? I like simple elegance. I like unclutteredness, because I look at physical clutter as relating to mental clutter. That's how I see it. So I just tell you that. So wow, we've been talking 13 minutes. And where did I start off with? Rolling Stones, Sympathy for the Devil. See, if there was a devil, which I don't believe there is, not only do I, there's no devil. That's just like Santa Claus was created. So if there's no devil, think about that. What's the devil do? It wants to lower your vibration, right? So be sympathetic. Anyway, hey, I'm doing chakra clearing meditations every morning, 7 a.m. You all can come in. You can go to agapespiritualcenter.com, click on the calendar, and you can get the Zoom link. Tomorrow we'll be working on the Heart Center. So I'd love to have you join me. So everybody, go create your best day. Be empathetic. Lose sympathy. Until tomorrow, I love you and I accept you just the way you are. Create a great day, everyone. Aloha.